Fresh to Karga is taking her daughter Smirna to school in the Polish capital, Warsaw. A little over 2 years ago, they faced a very different reality. Instead of heading off to meet her classmates, young Smirna was huddled outside the walls of Kabul airport. She and her family were among the thousands of Afghans desperate to flee the country after the Taliban retook control. Karga captured these images of the chaos as she tried to comfort her daughter and infant son. Thanks to an old friend, they managed to secure passage to Poland, along with up to 1,500 other Afghans. Karga has found a good job here as an immigrant specialist, and a Polish benefactor is paying her daughter's school fees. Other Polish families have helped too. But she says other Afghans here are struggling.
The most important problem that people are facing today is I think the economical issues. As you know, that Afghan families are not like 1-2 people. They're big families, and they are not well educated, like especially the women, and only one person will be able to work in a family. The rents are getting higher, the inflation, and everything, so it's affecting the families.
She says Poland slashed support for Afghan migrants 1 year after their arrival.
So at the beginning we had some support, but after some while we don't have any support from the Polish government. We only the people who have kids, so the government will help 500 zloty for each kid, and that's it.
At the Warsaw-based legal practice Kochanski and Partners, another Afghan refugee is building a new life. Parasto Yari says the firm has given her work and supports her and her family, but that the Polish state offered only limited help.
Afghan refugees now face to the many challenges in the Poland country. For example, they didn't know the language. If they didn't know the language, how to find job, how to find especially work, or how to establish your own life in the new country or the new culture. The second one is government health insurance. They doesn't have government health insurance after 1 year.
Housing is also a problem, she says.
They didn't find easily home for starting life. And when they find home, some Polish people cannot trust them and cannot get their apartment or their flat for rent easily like another people.
My tego w Polsce nie chcemy.
In recent years, Poland took an increasingly hostile approach to migrants. A referendum was held on October the 15th alongside parliamentary elections, asking Poles whether they supported accepting thousands of illegal immigrants from the Middle East and Africa. In the run-up to the vote, the Polish Prime Minister, Mateusz Morawiecki, released this explosive campaign video.
Potrzebujemy waszego mocnego wsparcia. Mówimy nie dla nielegalnej imigracji. Wszyscy widzimy, co się dzieje na ulicach zachodniej Europy. Gwałty, zabójstwa, podpalenia, demolowanie ulic, dzielnice grozy.
This referendum asking people whether they want more people from Syria and Afghanistan and the Middle East coming to Poland. Well, what do you think about that?
They should understand that we are not in the situation to go back to our country. If we are here, so of course we have a problem that we are here. We don't have anywhere to go. So they should accept the immigration.
Almost 97% of those who participated in the referendum voted against accepting more illegal immigrants. But the result was declared invalid after only 41% of eligible voters took part. Many Poles simply boycotted the referendum. Poland has meanwhile constructed a new fence along the Polish-Belarusian border to try and stop illegal migrants crossing into the country. It follows a standoff beginning in the summer of 2021 between Poland and Belarus, which left migrants stranded in forests near the border. A new film, Green Border, by the Polish director Agnieszka Holland, dramatises the story of the migrants.
Stop! Proszę się odsunąć!
European Union, we made it!
A Polish government minister who hadn't seen the film accused Holland of reducing Polish soldiers and border guards to the level of criminals and sadists, a claim the director denied.
Help! Stop! Go back!
Poland has also been accused of treating Ukrainians fleeing the war in Ukraine better than migrants escaping conflict elsewhere. Over 1.6 million Ukrainians have sought refuge in Poland since 2022, with the authorities spending over $500 million on them so far. While aid for Afghans was cut after 12 months, Ukrainians continue to receive social support and free healthcare, while Polish citizens have also been compensated for hosting Ukrainian families. Aleksander Pestrykov is a librarian and researcher with the Nasz Wybór Foundation, which represents Ukrainian migrants in Poland.
Państwo traktuje Ukraińców nieco lepiej, nie dlatego, że uważa, że Ukraińcy są lepsi niż Afgańczycy albo mieszkańcy kontynentu afrykańskiego. Dlatego, że uważa, że przyczyna, która spонукала Ukraińców przybyć tu, tak naprawdę są wyjątkowe. No, kiedy na przykład w Afganistanie trwała wojna, która byłaby wyznana oficjalnie przez świat zachodni albo przez Unię Europejską, wtedy może należałoby traktować ludzi, którzy przyjechali tu w sytuacji wyjątkowej. A tak najczęściej są traktowani przez rząd polski jako osoby, które poszukują po prostu lepszego miejsca dla życia.
Afghans arriving here since 2021 say they're grateful for the refuge they've been given. But they say they've received much less help from the Polish state than migrants escaping the war in Ukraine. What they say has really made the difference is the kindness of strangers. Nasratullah Kazizada was a journalist in Afghanistan. He now runs a kebab store in a shopping mall in the Polish capital. He says a Polish lawyer, Anna Kruszewska, was instrumental in getting him and his family to safety and in supporting them since their arrival.
Mrs. Anna, she's a lawyer. She's so kind and very intelligent, a lawyer, and she helped us to save our life from the dangers, and also she helped me to bring my family, and of course our life was in danger, and this is her and her governments and the peoples of Poland support that we arrived here.
Parasto Yari says it's businesses and people in Poland that have most often come to the rescue of the small Afghan community here, and that the government should be doing much more to help.
I call for European Union country and especially from Poland country, support the refugee. Please support the refugee and not deport it.
As for Freshta Kaga, she says she and her family lost everything when they left Afghanistan: their home, their work, their friends and their culture. Now, she says, they're slowly building a new life for themselves in Poland and a brighter future for her daughter Smirna.